Hello, friends. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's time for Global Tarot Circle. This is our monthly virtual tarot meetup. My name's Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. Welcome to an assembly of our digital village. So great to see all of you here. And of course, a special shout out to the members and the moderators, and a welcome to new subscribers. If you're here for the first time, I think you do need to subscribe in order to comment. I think that's true. All right. So we have a particular format here, and some of you know it and are already doing the thing. What's the thing? The thing is where you tell us where in the world you are and what deck you're working with today. So if you have your tarot deck with you, you're gonna use it. Get ready, get it shuffled. Let us know where in the world you are and what deck you're working with. So for the first half of our time together, we're here for an hour. For the first half of our time together, we're going to read for each other, and we will do it in a very specific format. Go ahead and put your questions in if you would like a reading. I will take the questions in the order in which I see them. I will pull one card and give my interpretation of that card in the context of that question. Anyone else who would like to do the reading will put the name of the person they're reading for, the name of the card they got, and their interpretation. And so we really become a whole tarot circle, if you will. So if you ask a question, don't just listen to what I have to say. Read through the comments and get your full reading. Nick, sorry you're not feeling well. Glad you're here. So let's see who we have here. I'm working backwards. Jen Schultz, thanks for being a member for more than a year, and thanks for being a great volunteer at StaarCon. We appreciate you. You're in West Palm Beach using Robinwood Tarot. Cannot go wrong with that. Linda Armstrong, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. In Pittston, Pennsylvania, using the Rider-Waite. Fabulous. Hey, William Herrera, so good to see you. In Miami, and you have your RWS. So glad you're here. It was great to meet you at StaarCon. Dina Moskowitz, thanks for being a member. Nyack, New York, using the Muse Tarot. Being in the field, Serena, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. In Vermont, using the Marseille weight. All right. Barbie Bird is, thanks for being a member for more than a year. In Toronto with your RWS, that's fabulous. Starseed Seeker 444 in Bremerton, Washington. All right. Trey Cameron, thanks for being a member for more than a year. You know, I don't think I realized you were actually in LA. Are you okay? Oh my gosh. I mean, you've been here throughout everything that happened, but oh my gosh, I knew you were on the West Coast, but I don't think I knew you were right the heck there. So, sending you so much love. And Starseed Seeker 444 using the Rider-Waite. Fabulous. Let's see. Christina, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis in Westchester, Pennsylvania, using Out of Hand Tarot. And Smile Soul 20, thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member for more than 3 years in Connecticut using Rider-Waite. Caroline McLaughlin, thank you for being a member for more than 2 years. You're in Australia, walking and listening. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Being in the fields, you can know nothing about StaarCon 6 because we know nothing about StaarCon 6. We will make announcements when we have announcements to make. So we know nothing, absolutely nothing. And if that was a question for a reading, I would say, okay. I mean, that's just an interesting thing since there's so much that we do not yet know. So that's very interesting, but okay, we'll do it. We will do it. All right. And I hope what it is you're getting your butt on an airplane and coming in person to present at StaarCon 6. That's what I hope. All right. So, Sarah Fortin, good to see you in Toronto. Perfect. All right. Peter in the Fields is like, yes, okay, good. Well, I can get behind that. All right. So let's get over to Card Cam. And as you can see, I am using my really boring and beloved Smith Waite. Comes in the tin. It's the travel version. I love it. But later in our second half, we do readings for the first 30 minutes. And then we do like tarot study, whatever we'll take any questions about tarot, divination, whatever, cards, you name it. I have a deck to share with you. So stick around after our tarot reading session. Stick around so you can see Badass Bitches Tarot by Cardsy B. It is really interesting. Hey, Peggy Lou, good to see you. And Peggy Lou, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. You're in Oak Hill, Florida with the Radiant Rider-Waite. All right, here we go. Let's get going. First question, Smile Soul 20. If you would like to do this reading at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. What does the universe want me to know? Let's see what we got. The Ace of Cups. Smile Soul 20, the universe wants you to know that you are loving, lovable, that a new relationship could be right around the corner. Be open to love. And again, if you'd like to do this reading at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Hey, Jolie James, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Sandra Molina, good to see you in Missouri using the Radiant Rider-Waite. That's fabulous. Okay, next up is Christina from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Very good. What do my spirit guides want me to know? If you would like to do this reading at Christina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Christina, what do your spirit guides want you to know? Magician reversed. I feel like there is a conversation you need to have or something you're trying to say or write or formulate, and you haven't quite found the words. You haven't quite figured it out. Your spirit guides want you to know that you will figure out the way to move forward. You will figure out what to say and how to say it in the right time. All right, and again, if you'd like to do that reading at Christina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right, Trey Cameron, once again, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks to all the members. Really appreciate all of you. What do I need to know right now? If you would like to do this reading at Trey Cameron, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. What does Trey need to know right now? 7 of Cups reversed, that your worst fears are likely to not happen and that your worst feelings are likely to not be true. And I see people doing readings. Thank you, everyone, for participating. This is a great exercise and a great way for us to spend time together as a community. Hey, Lana Banana, good to see you. Thanks for being here. For the very first time, that's great, using your Waite Smith. All right. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. All right, who is up next? It's Rhoda. All right, what do I need to hear most today? If you'd like to do this reading at Rhoda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Knight of Pentacles reversed. There may be a way, Rhoda, that you are feeling stuck right now, and or there may be a way where money is difficult or work is difficult. You need to figure out, like, how stuck are you really? Do you have wiggle room that you're not aware of, and what can you do to open that up? All right, if you'd like to do that reading at Rhoda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right, next up is Starseed Seeker 444. How will I know when my ancestors or spirit are ready for me to open my gifts? Man, I have so many things that I would want to say to that even without the cards, but let's do this really straight. It's a great question. I really, really appreciate this question. And like, I can't just play it straight because the thing I want to say is, oh, you'll know. But let's see what the cards say. Let's do the reading. If you would like to do this reading at StarSeedSeeker444, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Fool reversed. It's not so much about them being ready. It's about you being ready. And it's about them deeming that you are ready. And the way that you get ready is you have to both mature and youthen, if that makes sense. You have to really open up to your inner child and release a lot of fear and anxiety. So let's see what other people have to say. That's powerful. It's like you're on the journey, like you're there, and you're maybe more on the journey than you realize you are. So, William Herrera, you are answering Serena's question for Serena with a whole bunch of cards. Interesting. Sounds like you're sort of reading for StaarCon in general, which I really appreciate. If that was a success, lots of growth and learning. Love that. Crew needs to step back, take a break, and assess, but the Fool suggests they are ready to jump back in. You wouldn't be wrong. You would not be wrong. Thank you for that. That was great. Hey, Susan Toklas, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And you're there in Toledo, Ohio. Oh, Starseed, nothing to be afraid of, man. Nothing to be afraid of. Got to let go of the fear. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. All right. Whose question is next? Hey, Oaksy, good to see you. All right. Hang on, scrolling down. Okay. So, Anapriya, you are welcome to ask a question if you like. Okay, and the next question is Being of the Fields. Serena, thanks for being a member for more than a year. And Serena, of course, is leading monthly lounge sessions. She has one coming up next week in the Afterglow. And so she is asking a question about StaarCon 6 for herself. Serena's been involved with StaarCon since before the beginning. She does our program. She's often a presenter. She does lounge events. She's never been with us in person. So this is very much a question for her around StaarCon 6. That can be around her participation, how that might look, any of those things. So that's the question, if I understand it correctly, Serena. So if you'd like to do this reading at Being of the Fields, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Five of Swords reversed. It's always a compromise. No matter what happens, there will be a way it will come together that is a good way for it to come together. Do not fight or resist. Let the energy flow as it will. Let's see what other people have to say. All right. Where are we? There we are. All right. Next question I see is Sarah Foreign. What can I do to reduce pain and stress? Yeah, Being in the Fields, thank you for that question, because I needed that too. I needed to hear that too. So that was good. That was good. All right. Sarah Foreign, what can I do to reduce pain and stress? If you would like to do this reading, at Sarah Foreign, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Oh no, I skipped you, Barbie Bird. Did I? I will. Okay, I'm going to do Sarah, and then I'm coming right back to you, Barbie. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Sarah Foreign, what can I do to reduce pain and stress? Page of Cups reverse. Stop giving your heart and your attention to people who are just going to trample all over it. Seriously, better boundaries on your heart. Maybe there is a part of you that is being too much of a people pleaser. And again, if you'd like to do this reading, at Sarah Foreign, the name of the card you got in your interpretation. Okay, going back to find Barbie Bird and anyone else I might have missed. Looking, oh, there it is. I see it. I see you. Barbie Bird. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Here's the question. How does A view me? If you would like to do this reading, at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Hey, Marion K. Tarot, so good to see you. Okay. How does A view me? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Man, I got so many questions, Barbie, so many questions. Yeah, seriously. Do you work with this person? Is there anything here having to do with work? I feel like there is not at all. So there's nothing about work. So I feel like A does not really know what to make of you. I really do. I feel like A is not quite sure. I feel like A is not sure where they stand with you, is what it is. A is not sure how to view you because A is not sure how they stand with you. There's confusion here. So I feel like if you want A to know something about what you're thinking, like if you've been giving hints, the hints have not been received because A seems clueless. Let's see what other people have to say. If you'd like to do that reading, at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. All right. Sorry, just got caught up reading comments. Sorry. Thanks, everyone, for participating. All right. Where are we? Okay, so we did Barbie. And I don't think I skipped anyone else. So we did okay. Okay, up next, did I see? Yes, Jolie, by all means, ask a question. Yes. All right. Dina Moskowitz, I think you're up next. Thanks so much for being a member. What do I need to know about my counseling career? If you would like to do this reading, at Dina Moskowitz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Dina, what do I need to know about my counseling career? I feel like you're going to have to fight for it. I feel like it is a worthy thing. It's worthy to do. It's a worthy goal. But getting there and staying there and doing what you want to do the way you want to do it, it's not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. You can do it, and it's worth doing. All right, and again, if you'd like to do that reading, at Dina Moskowitz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Up next, Peggy Lou Levens. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. What does the universe want me to know and focus on? And if you would like to do this reading, at Peggy Lou Levens, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Hope and healing, Peggy Lou. Hope and healing, hope and healing. There it is. That's what to focus on. That's what to do. Hope and healing. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Lumen, you may ask a question. Yes. Yes. Good to see you. All right. Who is up next? Lana Banana, good to see you. I'm going to make that rhyme. It's Lana Banana. It's got to be. Lana Banana. There it is. It's got to rhyme. And I will tell you the story. My name is Christiana. Before I married John, long before, I was married to Mr. Bohanna. My name was Christiana Bohanna. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay. So I see you here. I see you here, but I did not see a question from you. I thought I was about to read a question from you, but I did not. But I'm still glad you're here. Okay. Okay, and Rhoda, you're in Mississippi. That's cool. All right. I'm just scrolling through looking for questions, seeing everybody's reading. So good. So glad everybody's doing it. Okay. Jen Schultz. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. How do I keep my anxiety over all of this in check? Yeah, great question. Marion K. Tara, that's why I always ask the surname before I accept a date. All right. All right. Jen Schultz, how do I keep my anxiety in check? If you'd like to do this reading, at Jen Schultz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Four of Wands reversed. I think the key here, like, it's impossible to just ignore the crazy making things. But on the other hand, there's not a lot you can do about the crazy making things. I think what we have to do, and this is not just you, this is, I think, all of us. I think it's about being present. I think it's about being aware of where we can make a difference for ourselves and for others. I think it's about being aware of things that come in fours, like years. And I think it's aware of, we need to be aware of the light that comes out of the darkness. That's what I'm going to say. How do I get that from the Four of Wands reversed? Well, the idea of, the safe space is broken open. But when something breaks open, light comes out of it. Or through it, or something. All right. So if you'd like to do that reading, at Jen Schultz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Here we go. Looking for the next question. Okay. Scrolling. Jolie James, you're up next. Thanks for being a member. What do I need to know about this latest dust up with my ex-husband? Lovely. Good for you. All right, if you'd like to do this reading, at Jolie James, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Sorry, I was only supposed to do one card and I just couldn't help it. So, sorry. Page of Pentacles. Anytime you deal with this person, he brings out a very unhealed part of you because he himself is very unhealed. And he knows how to hit you in your place of greatest anxiety. Don't think that's not by design. And if it is by design, then you have some choices about how you're going to respond to it. And there it is. Remember the strategy. Don't let it trigger you. Remember the strategy. Okay. If you'd like to do that reading, at Jolie James, the name of the card you got in your interpretation. Here we go. All right. Scrolling through. Okay, Lumen, up next. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I want to ask about the woman farming on my grandmother's land. Tried to reach an agreement with her, but no luck yet. What are her true intentions with the land? Should I be concerned? If you'd like to do this reading, at Lumen, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Hermit reversed. I feel like her intentions are not bad. She may be misguided, but her intentions are not bad. Her intentions mean to be friendly. That's what I think. Let's see what other people think. If you'd like to do this reading, at Lumen, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Oxy, you're up next. Will I get a new job this winter or spring? If you'd like to do this reading, at Oxy, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay, and we'll do one question per person for readings. Okay, Oxy, will I get a new job this winter or spring? Lovers, I would say definitely by June, if not before. If you'd like to do this reading, at Oxy, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Scrolling through. All right. So if anyone has not asked a question and wants to, like, it's sort of last call for readings at this point. And let's shift over to tarot study. And, you know, please continue to do readings. And again, if you haven't asked a question and want to, by all means do. And thank you so much for participating. It is a lot of fun to read for each other. And it is great practice on working with just one card, which is not easy. So at this point, the floor is open to any questions about tarot, divination. Oh, you're there after Oxy. Sorry, Mary. Yeah. And Anupriya, I see you as well. So we'll get those too. But the floor is open to any questions at all about tarot, divination, cards, anything at all. Go ahead and get those questions in as well. Okay, hang on one second. Mary, I am so not seeing your question. Can you go ahead and reiterate your question? Because I am just not seeing it. So if you could put it in, I will do it like right the heck away. So go ahead and reiterate your question, Mary, because I am just not seeing it. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to get to, and I see a lot of good questions coming in. Oh, what do I need to know before my job interview tomorrow? Okay, if you'd like to do this question for Mary, What does she need to know before her job interview? And if you've been following along, Mary's been looking for a job for a while. Okay. Mary, what do you need to know before your job interview tomorrow? You're in charge. You're good. Be confident. Go in. This could be a good fit for you, I think. Go in confident. Not cocky, but confident. And if you'd like to do this reading at Mary, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, and hang on 1 second here. Okay, for Anupriya, what does the universe want me to know about developing stability in the U.S.? All right, well, welcome. The 10 of Cups reversed, it will not be easy, and you will miss your family. It's not easy. If it were easy, everybody would do it. Hang in there. That's what you need to know. And if you'd like to do this reading at Anupriya Kukreja, did I get that correctly? I probably didn't. I'm so sorry. The name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right, so now let's go back. And we've got a few interesting questions. And this is one for your, just ring in on this from Jolie. Do you plan your life around the right time, as in favorable astrological transits, etc.? Do you, don't you? I'd especially love to hear from Marion Kirk on that one. I don't, but I think a lot of people do. Let us know, tag it, plan. Okay, Barbie Bird, do you have thoughts on the meanings of color in the Rider-Waite deck? Gold cards ultimately being positive. I think that's why I struggle to see the 7 of Swords as negative. So ring in on how much you play with color in any card deck. Tag it color. And for me personally, like, I don't do color meanings. Like, I just don't do that. Because, like, I mean, in magic, I might. Like, if I were doing, I might use a colored candle in magic. But in divination, I really don't. Because I think different people react to different colors in different ways. So, like, if I see a predominance of color in a reading and it's not a deck that is all that color, then I will pay attention to what that is. But I don't ascribe meanings to colors. But I think other people might. Being in the field, some black and white decks are amazing, right? So Jolie says, color, I don't attach a meaning to the colors in the deck, but rather I think of the decks as themes. Barbie Bird, what colors are showing up for you these days? Okay. Scrolling back. Oh, we have a question. Oh my gosh, we have another question to do a reading and I can't wait. From Marion K. Tarot, y'all. I wouldn't care if this question dropped at 5 of 8. We're doing it because it's juicy and it's for Marion. So, let's do this reading. Is Mr. Virgo really as boring as I think he is? If you'd like to do this reading at Marion K. Tarot, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Empress reverse, probably yes. Let's see what other people have to say. At Marion K. Tarot, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Is Mr. Virgo as boring as she thinks he is? You know, I'll always do the love life questions. Okay. Scrolling back. Okay, did I miss any card questions? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I forget who it was, but I saw it. And it was about, how do you memorize the 78 cards? How do you memorize? What are the tricks to memorizing all 78 cards? I'm sorry I don't remember who asked, but we're going to tag it memory and let us know your tricks, and I'm going to share with you mine. Because when you're talking about tarot, yes, definitely, Marion, go on a date with Mr. Scorpio. Yes, yes, yes. So if you're trying to learn tarot, you want to learn tarot in its sections. You want to look at its sections. You want to look at its numbers. So you're not going to learn the individual cards at first. You're going to learn the suit of swords. You're going to learn all the aces. You know, what do all the aces have in common? What do all the swords have in common? And when you learn the major arcana, you're going to learn the septenaries. So you're going to learn the Fool and what the Fool is, and then you're going to learn your first 7, second 7, third 7. So you learn the associations, and that will help you. Barbie, I love this question. I was thinking of this the other day. I remember you made up stories for each suit, forward and backward. Super helpful. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it's all about like looking at the numeric progression and how that works. Right, primary feathers, the Fool's Journey helped me. Right, the stories. That's exactly it, telling the stories of the cards in order. Starseed Seeker, that was your question, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, and do you understand that the Fool's Journey is not just through the major arcana, but through each suit of the minor arcana, backwards and forwards? So in other words, starting with the ace and going forward up to king, but then also starting with the king and going down to the ace. Find the Fool's Journey in every connection of the cards, right? So like we could do it. Could we do it really quickly? I don't know, maybe. Being in the field, shameless, I know, but you could or should study with Christiana. I did. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I'm so glad you did. And Dina, this is a good one too. Card of the day, over and over, gets the cards memorized. And I actually want to add to that card of the day should not necessarily be a reading for the day, but this is the card I'm going to study today. This is the card I'm going to watch for today and write about it. Write about it when you get it, write about it at the end of the day, and that way you're creating your tarot journal. Okay, so planets. Marion K. Tarot. I loosely plan things around planetary movements and transits, but I don't live my life around it. As astrology is there to guide us, not rule us. Right. 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 And some other conversation about color as well. So I am actually very quickly, I've decided on Pentacles. I'm going to do a story of the suit of Pentacles to show you what I mean. Because I think it really does help when we can see how the cards connect one to another, right? So let's do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's 5. There's 5. There's 6. Okay, well, how about this? We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work. Okay, so I'm the Fool, and I'm going to start my career. I need to make some money. I'm going to start my career. And so I actually end up really busy with a couple of different part-time jobs. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm really busy. But then finally, I get a real professional opportunity. and I get recognition for what I'm doing. And then I make some money and I hang on to it and don't share it. We know what happens then with the 5, right? So that's just a quick example. Okay. Oh, Dina, never thought I would like Lenormand, but now I'm obsessed with it. It is fun, isn't it? It really is. Okay. Lana Banana. Recently, I started having visions while reading cards. It's been really interesting because I never thought of myself as psychic. Could you tell me more about this? So yes, we can absolutely talk about this. It would be cool to have a class on tarot and psychic abilities and ways to improve this. Absolutely. And William, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but card of the day is king or queen. Don't forget your journal and write it down. Digital or paper, doesn't matter. Agreed. Agreed. So the psychic piece, like, I really believe that the cards make you more psychic. You know, it's like there's this agreement between you and spirit that when you've got the cards in your hand, you are more open. And like, if you're talking to spirit, because that's what you're doing when you're working with the cards, spirit is going to talk back and you're going to get better at listening. Now, it may come as visions. It may come in an auditory way. And that's my question to all of you. Those of you who have discovered this, being in the fields, I love to channel with the cards. Those of you who have discovered this, what can you say about it? What can you say about that process? And I'll tell you how it happened for me is I would notice that oddball memories would come into my mind when I was doing readings, and I'd push them to the side until I realized that whatever that memory was connected to what the reading was about. So spirit started speaking to me through my own memories in readings. So share your thoughts about all of that. And as promised, let me share this deck with you. So, yeah, for sure, being in the fields, reading flat interpretations does not work for me. If I'm stuck in the little white book, I'm not in my magic. Yeah, no one is. No one is. Absolutely. Yeah, whatever you want, Marion, I'll do whatever you want. I will do whatever you want. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So here it is. Cardsy B, of course, was one of our headlining presenters at StaarCon 5. She is the designer of Badass Bitches Tarot. This is a deck that is much more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Oh, Jolie James, when I first got into the cards, I was so scared of being wrong and I wanted to get it right. Now I know there is no wrong. Be the faucet, not the water. That's perfect. Trey, my most psychic experiences actually haven't involved cards. Is that weird? Not at all. Not at all. Okay, so this is a really interesting deck. Okay, the first card is the Fool, and it's her actual dog. That is her dog. Marion, I've been using it since I got back from StaarCon. I love it. So this is Lola, which is her dog. But now we get to the Magician, and the Magician is Lady Gaga. The High Priestess is Jewel. The Empress, Angelina Jolie. The Emperor, Beyonce. The Hierophant, Oprah. And it goes on and on. The Lovers, Ellen and Portia. The Chariot, Miley Cyrus. Is this crazy or what? I won't know all of these people. Strength is Celine Dion. The Hermit is Barbara Streisand. Madonna as the Wheel of Fortune. Ruth Bader Ginsburg as justice. I don't know who this is. Lilo. Who is Lilo? Lilo went from paparazzi princess to spending her days meditating and cryobathing after a healing plant medicine experience. She shows us the power of a change of perspective. I don't know her. Lada Banana. Lady Gaga as the magician makes so much sense. I never really know her real face. The woman is a shapeshifter. It's crazy. Yeah. I know. This is so cool, right? And so Louise Hay as Death and Rebirth. I think that's very interesting. What's her name? She created Goop. I know her. I just can't think of her name. What's her name? All right, Martha is the Four of Pentacles. Right, it's Gwyneth. It's Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Whitney Houston is the devil because of her issues with addiction. Kesha as the Tower. All right, I'm down. Zenobia as the Star. This is the two sides of Britney Spears. There's shaved head Britney, and there's like pop star Britney. Right, what Kesha's been through in her career, right? Right? Okay, Cher as the sun. Can we all be down for that? That's cool, right? Christina Aguilera as Judgment. Right, William, these representations are pretty on target. I might not use that deck, but the correspondences are fire, right? And Betty White as the World. Who did the artwork? I don't know if she might have done it herself, because she is, she's a fashion person. She might have done it. Well, and also Christina Aguilera on The Voice, doing that too. Makes sense. Okay, so now what happens when we get into the minors? Cardsi did the art herself. That's what I thought. Okay. So this is Savannah. I don't know Savannah, but I do know that this is Gwen Stefani. Okay. Jennifer Aniston for the Three of Swords. Pema Chodron for the Four of Swords. That makes so much sense. Omarosa for the Five of Swords. And, you just had to get far enough to know that Alanis made it in as the Six of Swords. So this is fun. I won't take you through the whole deck, but this is really freaking fun. However, there was a desire to see who... It's Kim K as the Seven of Swords. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Kathy Griffin is the Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh, Tanya Harding is the Nine of Swords. I can't stop. I can't stop. Roseanne is the Ten of Swords. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, as the Page of Swords. Rhiannon Lee as the Knight of Swords. Judge Judy as the Queen of Swords. And Anne Nezipur, I may be pronouncing the name wrong, a producer, writer, and truth-speaking storyteller as the King of Swords. So, and it's pretty amazing, but I know you wanted to see, because during the Bardic Circle, Cardsy read a story about this card. How cool is that? All right, so, and one of the great things, of course, about StaarCon or any tarot conference is the opportunity to procure some great decks. So that was fun. All right, we are in our last 8 or so minutes. Now is a very good time to drop your shameless self-promotion. Do you have something you would like to share? Do you have a YouTube channel, a blog post, a website, anything at all that you would like to share? Go ahead and drop it. You may notice that I think it has happened that we do have another class coming up in February and a members-only class in February. Starting in March, we'll be back to our normal schedule. Yeah, the StaarCon Lounge. So the Afterglow, man, if you have your StaarCon ticket, the Afterglow is really off to a great start. Tomorrow, I think at like 8 p.m., there's a charm casting workshop. There's 2 things on Saturday. Serena, you're doing something on the 13th. Kate Mura's doing something on the 14th. There's so much. And so make sure you check that out. Just log into Excel Events, hit the button for lounges, and go to the meeting lounge. And, if you don't have a ticket, you can just get the $10 ticket and you can go to all of those things. And it is really pretty amazing. And since Will and Serena started us off talking about StaarCon, it is true. We are just still closing out StaarCon 5. So we have not started any kind of planning for 6 yet. I will let you know as soon as we do. But I am just so grateful to everyone who came together to help make StaarCon everything that it was. And yeah, the Afterglow continues. Jen, yeah, if you've got questions, by all means, message me. The thing to remember is there are 2 websites, right? There's Excel Events, where the recordings are and where the lounges are. And there's StaarCon.com, where the calendar is. And they kind of look alike, so it can get confusing. Okay. And yes, scholarships are available. Definitely. Did that answer your question, Jen? But did that do it? Excel Events is the platform where it is. So that's actually where the conference is. And then StaarCon.com is where the information about the conference is. There that is. Okay, so shameless self-promotion. Marion, K, Tarot, everywhere. Reach out to book your consultations. And please do. Benabel Wen was at StaarCon 21 and 24. Oh, the broadcasts and recordings on the app. Just go to the session itself, and you should be able to see it and play it. Message me if that's not how it's working for you. So Peggy Lou, this is Badass Bitches Tarot, not to be confused with Ethany's Bad Bitches Tarot. And I would go to Cardsy B's website. It's available directly from her. Yes, Cardsy B's deck's available on her website. So, if you happen to be local, we're doing our tarot meetup this Sunday. Did I schedule it for Super Bowl Sunday? I did. I really wasn't thinking. But we're done by 6. Game doesn't start till 6:30. You can leave early if you want. 4 p.m. at Panera. And I think it's February 18th, we have just scheduled a class, Tarot for Love and Relationships, right here. And our members only this month, at the very end of February. It's exactly what I promised we would do, the cards you love to hate. We're going to look at the cards that you don't like and figure out what that says about you. So there that is. So we're in our last 4 minutes. We have time for one or two more quick questions about tarot. And why don't we go back over to CardCam and let me share this amazing deck with you that some of you have seen. This is like the StaarCon collection. This is the Simdala Tarot. Symbols and mandalas together. Oh, Bean of the Fields. Why is tarot history such a mystery? See, now to me, and I know there was a session from an esteemed colleague on tarot history that I have not seen yet, but I know I'm going to disagree with her. Tarot history, in my mind, is such a mystery because, and this is just my opinion, people don't want to believe the academic truth. People want to make it more mystical than it is. But I stand with Mary Greer on this. Show us the evidence, man. There is no real evidence of any mystery to tarot history. There is no mystery to tarot history. Tarot history is, in my mind, done and settled. People just don't want to believe it. So they create mystery around it. Right. It's not a mystery. It's an Italian parlor game. Exactly. And people just can't freaking handle it because they want a better story. But what, pray tell, is a better story than a game turning into a book of spiritual wisdom? What is more magical than that? So that was my rant. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but there are people who very much want to hang on to these mythical stories. And I think there is something about tarot that makes us want to tell stories. You know, that's the whole point of it. Speaking of which, let's just look at this beautiful deck. Marion K. Tarot. It's one of my favorite rants. Oh, look at you, everybody. I see what you did here. Lana Banana, wait, W-A-I-T is not Egyptian? Yeah, right. Exactly. So yeah. But it has been my decision to allow presenters at StaarCon to disagree with me because StaarCon is not about me. It's about our community and something larger. So there's all that. All right, my friends, I want to thank you all so much. I will be back tomorrow at noon with your Tarot Topics newsletter recap. And I want to thank all of you so very much. I really appreciate all of you. Special shout out to the members, the moderators. Shout out to everyone who made StaarCon awesome. Definitely join us in the afterglow. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. And my shameless self-promotion, there is a link right in the description to reach out and schedule a session with me. Please do. I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you. Take care. Have a great night.